Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to my channel. Well, this is a very sunny morning, and you know, at this time of the year, I live in Canada, and at this time of the year with all the snow melting, we get a lot of flooding, and this year, well, it's no different. Let me just look behind me, see what that is. That's a road that I would normally take to the beach, but it is flooded. And yeah, so that's not too good for people who own houses along the riverbank because their houses are going to be flooded. So what I'm going to do today is I have this camera. You're probably noticing this footage as I move it here is a little bit different looking because I'm filming in 60 frames per second, and I'm going to take the Autel EVO, and I'm going to go film the surrounding area right here in 60 frames per second. And I'm also going to use the Phantom 4 Pro at 60 frames per second. So 60 frames per second is something we all wanted in the Mavic 2 Pro, but it never happened. And the benefit of 60 frames per second is basically that you can put it in a timeline that's 30 frames per second, and it slows everything down, which I'm not going to do. But the other benefit is it gives you that silky smooth looking footage. And in the photography business, people always refer to it as the soap opera look. So this video that you're going to see today is going to look like a soap opera because it's going to look so smooth and so, well, so detailed because of the 60 frames per second. All right, so here we go. So I've got the Phantom 4 Pro down here. In that orange case back there is the Autel EVO. First up is the Phantom 4 Pro. Right after I launch it, you'll see a video. I'm going to launch the Autel EVO, and I'm going to cut in between the video footage as I'm flying around so that you see which is which. And I'll put up in the, I don't know, maybe up in the right corner or the left corner, I'll put exactly the name of what camera is filming at any given moment. So just watch for that. Now, the only setting I'm going to make on both drones is I'm going to set the white balance to sunny, but I'm going to leave all the other settings on auto, because if I set the exposure, notice where the sun is, it's low in the sky. If I fix the exposure to a certain setting, it's great when I'm going away from the sun, but if I turn towards the sun, it's going to be overexposed, so I'm not going to do that. So everything's filmed in 60 frames per second. Here we go. And the Phantom is away. Down here in the center of your frame, that's exactly where I was standing when I started filming this video, so I'm just going to move along the flooded road and see if I can make it to the beach. There's our newly constructed bridge. It is weathered well. Everything around it is flooded. Oh, maybe not so well. Check that out. The opposite side of the bridge is flooded. Yikes. And at the end of this road would be the beach, and this should all be beach sand right here. And what is it instead? It's water. So the beach is entirely flooded. Let me just move this forward, this camera, looking up. Yep, so I won't be on the beach for a while. That should be a beach. Look at that. You can just see the reflections of the clouds as I turn to look back. There's our beach house. That is normally not supposed to be surrounded by water, so that's not too good. There are people who live out in this area, and they must abandon their houses when the flooding starts. You can sort of see in front of me, I'm heading towards some houses, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the people that would be out here. A little bit quieter than the Phantom 4 Pro. Take it away up. If you watch my videos in the winter time, those are all the ice huts right here. These are just piled with ice huts that get rented out in the winter and are placed on the river. I have to keep the camera pointed slightly down with the EVO because you do get the props in the frame. Up in the top left you can see them. So just pull the camera down a bit. There we go. There's the beach house surrounded by water. That shouldn't be like that. Everywhere you see the trees, that should be land. There should be no water where the trees are. That's just all wrong. That's called flooding. Here's a nice wide shot of the whole area. Once again, wherever you see trees, there should not be water, but that's what's happening. And it's going to get worse. It's going to peak, I think, in another week. You can see there's still a little bit of ice left in the water to melt, and then all should be well. All right, here I am right here. Bring this over to me. There we go. I should be in the camera. Yes, I am. All right, guys. I'm gonna bring that a little closer so you can see my head. Maybe you don't get too much noise. It's very quiet, the Autel EVO, so it's pretty good. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. It was nothing fantastic. I was just more curious what the flooding had done to my little beach this year, and yeah, I might have to check it out in another week because it's supposed to peak in a week. But anyways, that was 60 frames per second using the EVO and the Phantom 4 Pro. This is not a camera comparison test because honestly, I was not filming exactly the same thing in the exact same spot, so don't take it as one is better than the other. Just enjoy the video. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll catch you in the next one. When that truck and that tractor came through, I forgot there would be a wake of water behind it. Check out my shoes. A little wet out here.